Welcome to the second season of MSU Magazine, where we bring you original segments from talented media students right here from Morehead State University. I'm your host, Kylie Pollitt. On today's episode of MSU Magazine, we visit Drifter as she continues her superhero journey. After that, we'll tune in to Ashton Culp on Culp's Cult Classics, as Ash gives us an insightful review of the crowd-pleasing film A Vampire's Kiss. Let's start things off with Drifter.
Last season on Drifter.
I don't know what I would do if X Factor kidnapped her friends.
This is a message for Drifter's accomplices. We have your friends hostage.
Get on with it.
Connor, please wake up! Connor, what did Storm do?
I don't know.
Connor!
Connor?
So how do you feel about the Kim test coming up?
Pretty good.
I'm gonna fail.
You're not going to fail. I can just help you out. What do you need help with?
Thanks. Ions, I guess.
Those are easy. I can send you a picture of last lecture's notes.
Sounds good. How can she eat those without ketchup?
I'm allergic to tomatoes.
What?
You asked about the ketchup?
I didn't.
Well, you asked why I couldn't eat these fries with ketchup. It's because I'm allergic to tomatoes.
Izzy, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh! I thought you said Dr. Storm's experiments didn't
I
affect
didn't
you.
think it did either.
What did I just say?
What did I just say?
What number am I thinking of?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
That's not a number.
Yes, but you knew it wasn't a number. What else can you do?
Why do I need to know what ions are?
Man, they got my order wrong. It's okay.
She can't be Drifter, can she?
Hey, Maya, do you know that guy? So that's what an ion is.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes no sense.
You can't lie to me. I can hear you.
Well, can you just turn it off?
I don't know.
Well, try relaxing. Just don't focus on anything. This is the first time I've ever actually seen her relax.
Either there isn't a thought in your mind or I can control it.
So you can control it. Get out of my head.
But it's fun.
It's invasive! Actually, this can make you a really great hero.
I don't know about that. I don't think so.
Why?
Because I have a bunch of stuff to do. I have schoolwork, I am the secretary of the science club, and I don't even have a costume.
Well, you could keep your costume.
Looking good. Brainstorm. I'm gonna call myself Brainstorm.
Kind of move like that.
How are the hair, Elise? Fit perfect.
Nice. Well, there's no emergency. You ready to get out there?
Ready as I'll ever be. Didn't you say there was a villain attack here?
The tip says there is.
I know who you are.
Maya, they know.
What do you want?
To quit the track team.
Huh?
You're cheating. You've been using your powers during all the races.
Wait. How did you know I was Drifter?
Your improvements. Your track improvements line up right with Drifter's debut last semester. And you wear the same shoes.
Maya, you didn't think to change your shoes?
I didn't think anyone would notice.
I mean, they're bright yellow.
Exactly.
Wait, what does this have to do with me and the track team?
Well, you see, I used to be the fastest, but since you started cheating, I've been bumped down to runner-up.
I didn't think you used your powers when it came to track.
Well, I didn't think so either, but I guess I must have slipped up a few times.
Well, if you can't control it, you're gonna have to quit.
But Connor's gone. Track's the last thing I have of him.
Well, I know Connor's gone, but he wouldn't want you messing with the team's integrity.
I guess you're right. Listen, if I quit the track team, we swear not to expose my identity.
Deal.
I like the way you think.
JD, call me JD.
I like the way you think, JD. You know, Team Drifter is down a man.
Are you offering me a spot?
So there's no villain attack here, right?
No, I just said that to get you here.
Okay, well, we'll show you to Drifter HQ then.
Well, I had a lifelong dream and a goal to move to Las Vegas. So when I moved out, each hotel had their own house band. And I started a 3-month union residency to become a member of the community. And then about 2 weeks after that, I got a call out of the blue asking me if I wanted to go on the road with Buddy Rich. And I knew that at some point in time I would always want to come back and teach college somewhere. I just never thought in a million years that I would wind up where I began.
Welcome back. What an awesome way to kick off Drifter's second season. Will JD join Team Drifter? I guess we'll have to wait and see. To finish today, we go to Ashton Culp on Culp's Cult Classics, bringing a thrilling review of the popular film A Vampire's Kiss. Let's take a bite out of this segment.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Culp's Cult Classics. I'm your host, Ash Culp, and we are back here at Season 2, Episode 1. And today, we are going to be discussing one of my favorite So Bad It's Good movies starring my very favorite actor, Nicolas Cage. It's called Vampire's Kiss. You've heard of it, it's the meme one, everybody knows it. And we've got the lovely Nick Cage here with me today to help me do this review. Our story follows main character Peter Lowe, played by Nicolas Cage, and his spiral into insanity. Lowe is a literary agent, and he is also a narcissistic, infuriating, and greedy, but he believes that his one-night stand Rachel turned him into a vampire. But she's gone by the morning, and he talks to her like she's still there and made her breakfast, and we wonder at that point if she was ever even real. Frequently, Peter goes to visit his psychiatrist, whom he recollects all of this to. Lowe also torments his secretary, Alva, while at work throughout the film, forcing her to find this specific file for a client that seems to have completely disappeared in a collection of 15 other possible files. He berates her, belittles her, and humiliates her. He eventually visits her at home when she doesn't come to work, telling her he's changed. But as soon as they take a taxi back to work, he becomes the crazy lunatic that was belittling her like before. After workplace hours, he's become completely unhinged and threatens to bite her, and she pulls a gun out on him. But it only has blanks. He overpowers her and tries to bite her before hallucinating that she is his vampire queen, Rachel. And then he tries to shoot himself with her gun before realizing they are just blanks. He then goes to a nightclub, acting reminiscent of Nosferatu, wearing fake fangs and just being creepily quiet and very robotic with his movements, and he bites a woman on the neck as she attempts to fight him off, killing her, as we find out later. He then runs down the street after another hallucinatory interaction with Rachel, and we get my absolute favorite scene in the film. I just won't say anything, I'll just show it here. He has another hallucinatory conversation with this therapist, finding another love interest through her and arguing with her while he's really just talking to himself on the street corner. He returns home to his disheveled apartment, climbing under his couch as though it were a coffin after arguing with himself, thinking that it's another woman. And soon he's confronted by Alva's brother, who believes that Peter has violated his sister, and he stabs him in the heart with a fence piece that Peter had been carrying around for a majority of the last part of the film. And then it just ends. He sees Rachel one last time, hallucinates, and dies. Vampire's Kiss absolutely bombed at the box office, only making a total of $725,121 in its total runtime in theaters. But later, thanks to memedom, it has now become a cult classic film, and I would say a lot of people don't really appreciate this film for the quality that it is. Nick Cage is a very good actor overall, I would say, and he gives a wonderful performance, very over the top, and I will say his character is definitely infuriating, but it's supposed to be. No one could have played this role better, and I was not expecting the twist of the psychiatrist just being in his head the whole time at the very end. All of the other parts are also played exceedingly well. I really like Alva's performance. She definitely plays scared and terrified and just trying to do her job well while dealing with an idiotic and irritating boss. And I would say, like I mentioned, this movie is what launched Nick Cage into memedom, this and The Wicker Man, which launched him into memedom sometime in the late 2000s thanks to his revitalizing of this performance. It's weird. It's a great movie. I love it. I'd give it probably a 7 or 8 out of 10 because it's an interesting watch, and there are some parts that are a little more boring, like some of the discussions with his therapist, but then there's scenes like when he recites the entire alphabet to his therapist when talking about how infuriated he is when people can't put files in correct places. And
the right file, according to alphabetical order. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z! Huh?
And the final question is, would I recommend this film? The answer is obviously yes. It's a very funny and ridiculous watch, especially with a group of friends, so I suggest doing a watch party with it just to see other people's reactions as well as your own if it's just your first time watching. I don't know what else to say other than all hail the god Nicolas Cage, and I hope you guys have a lovely day.
I hope you enjoyed our program today. Be sure to tune in to the next installment of MSU Magazine in the coming weeks. I'm your host, Kylie Pollitt, and from all of us here at MSU Magazine, we wish you a great start to your spring semester. See you next time.
Hello, MSU TV. My name is Ajax Glitch, and I'm taking over this network.